Hello and welcome to Cox's Picks, and today I'm hopefully going to be able to restore and tidy up a set of Darby handcuffs. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, Darby handcuffs traditionally are this shape. Now this is the most common variant, right? It's made by Hyatt and we have a hinged, right? So from the bow to the barrel, it's a hinge. Now there are other types. You can get a backstrap or a false backstrap. So let's quickly demonstrate that. This is made by JG and is a false backstrap. As you can see, it is actually still hinged, right? These are a lot chunkier, right? And you can see that the barrel is connected with what appears to be a backstrap connection, but it's not, it's hinged, so it's considered a false backstrap. If I've got some of the terms wrong, I apologize, but we're now into backstrap territory, right? And as you can see from the difference, it's peened over the top, right? As one piece, not drilled through. And there we are. Now this is the cuff that we're going to restore. Now, I got myself a bit of a bargain because the photos made this look like a rusty, broken through barrel. But once I received it, I realized that it was actually just a sticky label held on with some sellotape. And that's kind of cool. It didn't the seller didn't mention the actual manufacturer either. If they had, it would have probably gone for a lot more. But what we've got is we've got a manufacturer's name just there. Now, it's probably not going to come up very well on video, but that says Nichols. That means that we can date these, which is really good. Nichols was operating between 1820 and 1861. Right, we know that because in 1861, Longmore bought his blacksmith shop and took over the business. So we've got a very small window. Yeah, that's right, by the way, 18. We're talking old. These are holding up really, really well. We do have some surface rust on this, which I'm hoping I can clean up. Right. I also not sure if I want to go too deep on the clean, but I'm definitely going to get rid of that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to use some isopropyl alcohol and some light Scotch-Brite and see if I can get rid of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do that off camera, and hopefully we'll be able to tidy up a little bit, and I'll keep coming back with different stages of cleanliness. So first up, let's get rid of the sellotape, let's get rid of the label, and give it a light clean with some isopropyl alcohol and some brake and clutch cleaner. Okay, so I've managed to clean it off, and I thought to myself, I can go all the way through and make this super duper shiny, and then I realised that I'm going to have to stop. Why, I hear you say? Well, if we compare the two barrel end stops, you can see that this barrel has had a really rough life, and this one has got the nice ornate pretty patterns where it's been punched in. And then as we come through, you can see that this has been dropped one too many times, and we have a fracture that comes down through the barrel, down and around, which means that if I clean this too much, I may well end up losing the cuff forever, which would not be a good thing. So, going to leave that. I'm going to have a chat with somebody I know about metal work and see what he suggests. But for the time being, I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to enjoy my still functional Nichols, right? And as you can see, that my cleaning process doesn't mean that they're not too dissimilar, so it doesn't look odd. But here we go, we'll just go through the slow motion so you can see the whole cuff in its glory. There we go. Down through. Over. And then that ever so elegant swivel. And there we go. Right, so I suppose we better clip them in. So, good strong spring. Good strong spring. And there is this key. So all we would need to do is place the key over the top. And obviously we're screwing the barrel all the way back up. And that's it. So they both function as intended, well over 100 years old, even if you take the 1861 at the latest. But however, because these are a backstrap, probably more likely that they're an earlier model. So if we were to conservatively say 1835, right, these will be coming up very soon to a 200th birthday. That's kind of cool. Well, see you in the next video. Goodbye.